Stamattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
I have lost 7 bitcoins total, yeah.
Almost $500,000
Yes.
is lost.
You know, so let's say another hour, 2 hours, 3 or 4 hours goes by and money doesn't come out. It's not coming out. At a stage I was angry, and at a stage I was regretting, and at a stage I was depressed. And that is where
How they catch.
that's where the losing of Bitcoin comes in. They are red flags, but you know, the companies come with showing, here is our license, here is the CEO, here is, they make themselves look so legitimate. As
When you realize it's not coming out, what did you feel?
mixed emotions, I would say mainly depressed.
Was it shock?
Yes, it's quite a big shock because sometimes it's big money. If I have to buy it back today, it's $420,000. That is retirement money for most people.
So they took away your retirement.
They took away my retirement, yes, correct. So you cannot physically go and knock on the door and say, you took 7 Bitcoin from me. A lot of people in the internet will tell you very quickly, oh, he's an idiot. First time you get caught, how you get second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time.
Right.
You know, yes, sometimes it's hard to learn. You learn the hard way. Anyone telling you today that you can get your Bitcoins back after it has been stolen, once you've transferred it into another wallet, you have lost custody of that asset. It's gone forever. The guy who took it, stole it, bought a yacht somewhere, sitting drinking pina coladas.
So hello, Mr. Marius.
Good afternoon.
Kukumor. So today I invited you to talk about your story, and today we're gonna tell a story how you have lost how many Bitcoins?
I think I would count all the Bitcoins that I have lost, probably like 7 Bitcoins. There's a lot of people will say, here comes another story about famous guy, how he lost
Success
money.
story, successful success.
No, unfortunately we're not in success yet, but you know, you try to recover from where you lose money.
So today it's not going to be a success story.
I know. Unfortunately, yeah, losing 7 Bitcoins, especially looking at the market value today, it's quite significant.
So when did you lost your Bitcoins? What was the value back then, and what is it now?
Well, I lost 7 Bitcoins not in one go, progressively. It started with a few projects many years ago, when I was trying to use the funding that I have to accumulate and build up a better portfolio financially. But unfortunately, I think probably because not enough information in you know, let's say the internet, there's not enough information out there that protects you from investing in wrong projects.
So, and this information we're going to provide today, based on the real story, as they say in the movies.
Yeah, I have to think far back from when I really started losing money on Bitcoin. There's a couple of companies.
Sorry, I will stop you right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, first question that I want to start with. So, your story starts where you was a successful top manager, and then you had a successful career, and you still is. So, what made you think to get into the crypto?
I think for crypto, probably most people that come along the path of forex or investments or crypto investments, public knowledge. You also try. You try to get involved in it.
Experience.
Me, Well, I was starting with Forex actually, trading with Forex back in 2003, 2004. It's when I started getting involved in, let's say, the Forex world.
So you was familiar with all this?
I was familiar with Forex mostly with currency trading and gold, oil, USD, JPY, Euro USD, stuff like that. But then eventually I came along the path of crypto, Bitcoin specifically. And I think I never really did enough effort to understand really what Bitcoin is. Obviously, when it was a little bit later, a bit more popular, I understood that you don't have to mine it. Because initially I thought when I started not involved, but when I started asking questions of what Bitcoin is, because I also in the initial time didn't understand really what it is and how you can get Bitcoin. I thought that the only way to get it is to mine it. But eventually, as the crypto exchanges started up, made it available to the public through a cash exchange. So obviously you load your money into a bank account, and from bank account transfer it to the exchange, and the exchange then gives you the similar amount of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency that is available at the time. I would have to think quite far back when I exactly started buying Bitcoin.
Okay, let's start with the question. But what was your first crypto project you got in?
I bought Bitcoin.
Yourself?
Yeah, myself, through an exchange. There is a very popular exchange for South Africa called, oh goodness gracious, I forgot the name actually now. I'll think about the name a bit later. I don't use them lately. I've moved over to Binance, because Binance is probably one of the most popular and the biggest or the largest crypto exchange currently in the world. So when I did buy Bitcoin, obviously you can understand even from early days that due to the percentage jumps, the percentage was already significant enough to hold it. But I think a part of greed, obviously most people have some level of greed, you want to even accumulate wealth faster. So you look out there, and unfortunately there's a lot of let's call it ads in social media that's thrown at you through social media platforms. Now invest your Bitcoin here, we can trade for you, we can make you more money on a daily basis percentage. Some companies promise you 1% per day or 10% per month or whatever like that. And that is where that's where the losing of Bitcoin comes in, because there's a lot of scams out there.
So it's not a story.
Different types of scams, but for me specifically, losing the 7 Bitcoins progressively through such projects.
Okay, so who was the guy who got you in the first crypto scam?
I wouldn't say the first one was really a crypto scam. Well, maybe you can say the crypto scam eventually, because the first project I invested in is actually still running. It's a company called G999.
How did you get there?
A friend, one of my friends introduced me to the business.
Any details?
And so
who was the friend? How did he get into you?
We also did other projects together outside of crypto.
Who was the friend?
He used to be my race mechanic, or let me call like a support mechanic for the racing.
So it was the guy who was circulated in rich boys environment?
Not really. Michael was kind of like, I would say, also just trying from his perspective to earn same like anyone else.
Did he know it was a scam?
He doesn't know. He didn't know, and I think in majority of all the investors getting into G999, I would not brand it as a scam. I just would brand it as a failed project, because that's a project that never kicked off the way that it was promised by the directors of the company. Originally it was one company with one director, then they merged to another company with another director, and then there was politics between the directors, and then there was movement from the one platform to the next.
So it was a Ponzi scheme.
At the end of the day, if you look at who made the money, it's not the investors. It is the owners of the companies. They are the ones that benefited from this. And also, it's a typical MLM business, where it's by reference or by reference to other people. So you make money on percentage, on bonus, on vouchers. I think in the beginning, the project was quite, I would say, honest. And
what did they offer?
They offered, I would say, I wouldn't call it a stable coin, but at least a kind of a coin where you can put it in a masternode, which I did. Actually, I still own the masternode in this company, but the coin price have devaluated so much. I'm paying more money monthly to mine the coins every month than actually making money from the coins.
What was the concept of the project exactly? How did they get you?
It's not a catch. It's just how they get people to invest is that they give you the.
What was the story? They say like all this story about.
The project was they had to have a certain amount of cash flow in the business. So what they do is they establish, let's say, 1 million contracts. In 1 million contracts, each contract holder holds a certain amount of coins, liquidity in the blockchain. So that is basically the driver for the blockchain.
So they had their own blockchain.
Yes, they have their own blockchain.
Based on what?
It's their own technology, their own crypto white paper, which they wrote and published. So and it's still running. What was the background
of the goal of this coin? Backing up.
The objective of the coin was backing it up with real gold.
And it was interesting for you because?
Yes, because they originally said it is a gold-backed coin, and they actually published the vouchers, and they actually printed notes with gold imprinted, 0.5, right. 0.1, 0.5 grams of actual gold into the notes, which you can buy and hold and later sell, because gold has real value. As you can see now, gold skyrocketing in price today. If you have gold, if you bought gold 10 years ago and you keep gold today, it is 10x accumulation in wealth if you keep gold. So yes, that was the interesting part of the project. But I think the way that the project was built into, and I'm just opinionated about it, and I think looking at similar other projects where they have this voucher system, I think unfortunate part of that system is the voucher part of the system is what I call it's leeching progressively the value of the coin. So if you look at where the coin price starts, and over the time as the vouchers are getting purchased and used and claimed from the blockchain, it devaluates the coin price.
Why?
The main factor here is people not understanding how the blockchain works. If everyone who buys and sell coins on that blockchain don't sell it at market value, then that will keep the price up. So for example, if you keep selling the coin at market value, it will progressively leech the price. But if you buy the coin, hold it for a short while, and you put a sell order in, but you sell it at a higher price. Let's say, for example, the price coin is $1,000, but you say no, you want to sell your coin at $1,050, and you wait for the price to get there. Then eventually the algorithm in the blockchain will drive it to those orders. But the problem is people are too greedy, and people are not patient enough to wait for the price to correct so that you can benefit from it, and in that effect help to drive the price of the coin upwards.
So also the guy promised that they have these mines, the gold mines, physical.
Yes, they were actually buying into gold mines,
Right.
but I never really followed the detail after that, and I think it all just fell flat.
But the promise is that it will be like in cooperation with the government, like the government will
Yeah,
accept it as official
and
currency, right?
I wouldn't say official currency of the country, but it was you were able to get a debit card or credit cards on that coin to spend crypto
Which is
as
not
you like.
possible on the other cryptos.
No, there is a few cryptos that you can order debit cards and credit cards. I had a few in the past.
But it was your first.
The first one with a debit card was Crypterium, but eventually, due to legislation coming in from governments forcing these crypto exchanges to become like regulated or centralized, then with time it kind of like becomes then illegal for them to issue credit cards or debit cards.
Okay, so how much did you invest in that project?
In that project, in G999,
Right.
I would say probably one Bitcoin. At the time, it was about $12,000 for the Bitcoin. That was about one Bitcoin which I put into G999. But right now, I think the amount of coins that I have there, I have a lot of coins still there. I'm still mining coins. My masternode is still running, but the value of the coin is so low now. Even I have 1 million coins locked into the blockchain as a masternode, providing liquidity to drive the blockchain. So every 3 days they pay me out a certain amount of coins.
$12,000 was a big amount for you.
For those years, yes. I think for anyone, $12,000 is not small money.
Why did you invest so much
Why?
in one project?
At the time, I felt it was affordable. It's not money that I would lose and cry about at the time.
But it was a big money for you.
Not significantly big at the time. I think $12,000 for me was, compared to other investments I have and other investments I am running at the moment, I think percentage in terms of my earnings, and it's a reasonable amount to at least try to.
So it was
the objective
your
objective for any investor is to increase your wealth faster than what the institutional money can do. Institutional
Right.
money can give you 12 to 14% per year. So you always try to find investments that can give you more than that. The yield in percentage, you're trying to achieve more than what institutional money can give you. That is banks or insurance companies or stuff like that. So that was the objective. And looking at the initial data from G999, we thought that can achieve up to, let's say, 4 or 5% per month.
But it never happened.
But it never happened. No.
So what was when did you go to this Bitcoin exchange where you lost your next Bitcoins, and how much Bitcoins was that?
Oh, I invested in a couple of different companies. Let's call them trading platforms. So the trading platforms is a typical scam deals.
Which you didn't know.
Well, they are red flags, but the companies come with showing, here is our license, here is the CEO, they make themselves look so legitimate as much as they can, right? So yeah, I can put my money here because they promise you a 1% per day yield, which is reasonable in terms of trading. Not many people know that you give your money to institutions. They take your money, they invest it in different property, they invest it in money markets, they press it in
so you thought with the Bitcoins works the same way?
Stocks or stuff like that. But in terms of trading with crypto or trading with Forex or indices or with commodities, it is easy to make 1% per day. To make 1% per day on trading is minimal.
How much did you invest in that?
I would say another around about 6 bitcoins in different projects.
All crypto exchanges for the trading.
Yes.
6 bitcoins.
Yeah.
What was your?
Well, not 6 different companies, but 2 or 3 different companies. But in one, maybe 2.5 Bitcoin, another one 1 Bitcoin, another one 1.5, stuff like that. But there was a couple of different ones. C12 really took a big chunk of money from me, 1.2 Bitcoin. There was another one, Carnelian something, I cannot remember their name right now.
How much was the price of the Bitcoin back then?
Ranged between $14,000 and $24,000 per Bitcoin.
So overall amount was?
Overall amount I lost in cash value at the time when I bought them, I would say in total around about maybe $50,000, $60,000.
Value now?
Value now, you take 7 times 60,000.
7 times 50,000 is what?
7 times 60,000.
Is what?
Bitcoin is trading now at over $60,000 per coin.
So you can calculate. This might be around like $500,000, easy. With your G999 story.
Well, including G999, I also have other investments which is still running, but they are progressively
You're
making
talking about
money.
the lost one.
Oh, the one that's not making money, yeah.
Is it $500,000?
I have lost 7 Bitcoins total, yeah.
Is it $500,000?
No, it's about maybe what is 7 times 6?
200.
$420,000.
Almost $500,000
Yes.
is lost. How does it make it feel?
At a stage I was angry, and at a stage I was regretting, and at a stage I was depressed. I would actually say heavily depressed and angry.
Let's get
Angry
into that
at
condition.
the companies that is doing this, or the people, the persons behind it that is doing it.
Let's get into condition. When was the first time when you realized something is wrong? The moment you realized something is going wrong.
For each project.
First one.
The first one. When you start making withdrawals and the money doesn't come out within the time frame, because typically any crypto exchange platform, money moves fast in crypto, couple minutes, maybe if on a slow exchange, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So if it takes longer than that, already you kind of like worry if the money is coming out. So let's say another hour, 2 hours, 3 or 4 hours goes by and money doesn't come out, it's not coming out. It's not like a bank where you make a large cash withdrawal and okay, the bank now have to go and check, and the systems are checking and it takes 24 hours, and if it's a large amount the bank manager want to check. No, in crypto it's fast, it goes minutes.
So you realize the same moment that it's not going out.
It's not going out, yes. And unfortunately, well, obviously you're trying to understand if there's a way to get it back, and I did approach one company in Israel.
No, what was your emotions back then? When you realized it's not coming out, what did you feel?
Mixed emotions. I would say mainly depressed.
Was it shock?
Yes, it's quite a big shock because sometimes it's big money. I mean, who today can, in today's terms, okay, I lost in cash value 60,000, let's say. Today's account, if I would have to buy the same asset, Bitcoin, if I have to buy it back today, it's $420,000. That is retirement money for most people.
So they took away your retirement?
They took away my retirement, yes, correct. Because that is the plan when you buy Bitcoin. You buy Bitcoin or other cryptos, doesn't matter, to accumulate, hold, and at the same time, yes, obviously you try to trade with it to grow your wealth faster than just waiting for the coin value to accumulate. On top of that, yes, if you trade, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, if you're a good trader, you can 100x on top of the coin price appreciating with time. Um, Today, Bitcoin 60 to 63,000, if I'm not mistaken, more or less. Who knows? In next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's $120,000. Okay, 7 Bitcoin. That's 700 and something $1,000 that potentially that has been stolen from me.
So how does it make it feel when you understand that you could retire and someone else took over the money?
It makes me very angry. Very, very angry, because there is, unfortunately, in the space of crypto, no way or form to find out exactly who it was. Although it's open source, you can see the data. The problem with that is the information is quite secure and encrypted. You don't know the person behind the wallet, so you cannot physically go and knock on the door and say, you took 7 Bitcoin from me. That is kind of impossible.
So what was the moment when you was trying to get out this money, and you decided to take out some money from your wallet, right, from the trading crypto exchange?
Sorry, I did not get that question.
So you was trying to, the moment that you realize something is wrong, let's go back to it. So you decided to get out some money from the crypto trading exchange. So you pressing the button, and then what happens?
Well, you do the withdrawal and you wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then already you know, understand that money is not going to come out.
Then you understand.
Then you understand that, again, well, a lot of people in the internet will tell you very quickly, oh, he's an idiot. First time you get caught, how you get second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time.
Right.
You know, yes, sometimes it's hard to learn. You learn the hard way. And it took me quite a long time to understand the point that if you want to make money, you make it yourself. To learn how to make money yourself, you cannot trust anyone else to make it for you. Okay. There is a very few projects which is successful. I am in one project which is really, really good.
Okay, we will get there. So, did you try to retrieve your money?
Yes, I did try. Eventually, I was trying to contact a few different companies to see if they can trace the money and we can find out where it is. And there was one company from Israel saying that they can. And they actually, what they do is they go in the blockchain and they trace the money. They show you a map where the money is moving from wallet to wallet. And even with that, there's not much you can do other than trying to push the exchanges where you transferred the money through, to kind of like put your blame on them, saying, yeah, but they kind of like not safe enough or secure enough, your money is lost, you know. But eventually I thought, you know, morally, I'm the one who made the choice, I'm the one who transferred the money, so how can I blame the exchange?
Is there any, so what did you propose? Is there any legal way to get the money back?
Yeah, you can go to the police, and
which police?
This is the point. I'm an expat. I don't live in South Africa currently anymore, but I will have to go to South Africa, and unfortunately, you know, international jurisdictions. Where will it end? How much money are you going to have to spend to find lawyers, to find police, to find blockchain specialists, to find hackers or whoever, to really go and try and find out exactly in which wallet it is and what is the name of the person and the person and his address, where he is sitting exactly, where you can go knock on the door and say, you, sir, have taken my money and here is the proof. You want it back. And then the police can do whatever they need, probably take him to court, force him to pay the money back. But to get to that point, forget about it. Anyone telling you today that you can get your Bitcoins back after it has been stolen, once you've transferred it into another wallet, you have lost custody of that asset. It's gone forever, never to return.
So there's no way to get your Bitcoins back? No.
Unfortunately, no. It is lost forever.
What happened to that Bitcoins, you think? Factually, what happened then? When you could not get it out, what happened to it, actually? on that
The,
crypto
the
exchange.
guy who took it stole it, bought a yacht somewhere, sitting drinking pina coladas.
So how does it work?
Because I'm not
money
the
is
only
blocked
because
on
I'm
the
not the
crypto
only
exchange,
person who
and then
bought this
so
product.
it was this company traced it. Where did it go? Did you see the trace at least?
You can see the wallets where it goes, right?
Right.
And what will you do with this information? You don't
What-
know the person's name behind it. Even if you try through the exchanges, they will not reveal the information because it is not allowed. It's illegal for them to reveal who's the person by name behind the wallet. You have to work through the justice system. Now again here becomes a problem in terms of jurisdiction.